Hello once again, Minikea, and welcome to episode 6 of my Swansea City FIFA 15 career mode. And we start this episode off by playing Arsenal. I do start this episode off by apologising for my lack of uploads, and B, the lack of content in episode 5. Of course, if you haven't watched episode 5, because it's only 3 minutes long, you probably should. I do explain everything that happened, but we go into this episode playing Arsenal at the Liberty Stadium, and as you can see, a very strong squad. I do put Tyrone Mings in there instead of Neil Taylor, and of course we went into last season. We didn't have last game, and we didn't have any injuries crossover, so it was good. We didn't have any suspensions either, so everything was fine. We did lose, and I don't think we won last episode either. So we're hoping to get that better in this game. We just see here Edin Dzeko on the bench, Jack Wilshere playing out on the right, which I have no idea what's going on with this team here. It's really weird. They have Dzeko on the bench, who's I think better than Danny Welbeck, Giroud as well, and they also have Jack Wilshere on the right hand side, but we don't let that bother us. As you see here, Sigurdsson plays through a very informed Gomes, who rides a challenge and plops it right past Ospina, and in the 17th minute we are 1-0 ahead, and that shouldn't be happening. It's poor defending. Firstly, I think it's Gabriel that tries the challenge on Gomes. It's a very poor one, but Gomes just powers through, scores, and he's on form. He's a man on fire, and it's so good to have a player that can score goals with his head and with his feet, and it's a very nice goal as well. Ospina had no chance. Well, he could have saved it maybe if it was Szczesny. He might have been able to reach it, but unfortunately for Ospina, he's not Szczesny. He's quite small as well. It's quite small build, and it is Gomez's. I'm not going to say his first name. I always butcher it, but it is Gomez's 6th goal this season in the 70th minute. Not many chances in this game. In fact, it's a very poor game. But Rosicky picks up the ball, passes it to Dzeko's come off the bench, and he puts it away, and it's unfortunate. Again, it was a very poor game. I don't think many chances for either team happened. Any chances that did happen were blasted over the bar or blasted wide, or the goalkeeper made a save. Nothing really happened, but here you are. Dzeko off the bench in the 70th minute, scores past us to make it 1-1, and maybe it's undeserved, I don't know. I think it was undeserved. We had the control of the game. In fact, we were probably the most dominant, but again, we couldn't really hold on to the lead, and it's poor defending, I think, again, because you shouldn't allow Dzeko time and space and to get through like that as well from a nice through ball. But as you see here, Danny Dyer goes down and tries to make a run, passes to Cork, passes to Shelby, makes a nice lovely ball through to Gomes, and Gomes hits it, but unfortunately it's that post again. It's the post again, man. I hate the post. Gomes and me both hate the posts. They're evil. But JONJO Shelby gets the ball here, passes it to Gomes, and it's a good save actually by Ospina, and it is just goes around for a corner, and that's how the game unfortunately finishes. It's disappointing. Both strikers scored. Edin Dzeko came off the bench to score, and Gomes scored early on in the game, but it's disappointing. We can't keep clean sheets. We're dying to keep clean sheets. Last episode we were trying our hardest to keep clean sheets. But as you see here, we go to another big and huge game against Manchester City at the Etihad, only 3 days later as well, which is means that a lot of players are going to be tired of this game, not only on our team but hopefully Manchester City's as well. As you see Yaya Toure there with the captain's armband, and they don't have Joe Hart in there, but as you see, I keep this shot in because it's lovely. I just love these shots. I've never seen them. I've actually never seen them before, apart from when EA first revealed them, but they are actually lovely to look at. But you see here, Richard Wright in net. What? Why is Joe Hart on the bench? Higuain's on the bench as well. Yaya Toure's playing somewhat of a cam. Pozo's on. Di Michele's Bosseret's, or I don't have a clue who that is either. I'm not too sure if he's been signed or he's a youth player for Manchester City, but it's a weird lineup by City. It really is a weird lineup. Boney starts as well. I think Aguero went to Real Madrid, but as you see here, our lineup's pretty much the same as it's always been. No changes really. I think Neil Taylor comes in for Tyrone Mings, who played the last game. But it's a weird one by Manchester City. I'm still unsure as to why they played like that, but see here, Yaya Toure picks up the ball, passes to Boney, passes it back to Toure, who just shoots wide of that far post. And again, it's Yaya Toure, who I see why he's playing in cam now, because he's an absolute beast in there. He's brilliant. And Kolarov whips it in for Wilfred Boney, who hits the bar, or I think Fabianski saves it, and then it's gets rebounded and he does pick it up. But as you see here, Gomez in the second half can't put it past Richard Wright. Maybe that's the reason why Richard Wright is in the goal. And you'll see here, Dimichelis with a very, very, very nasty tackle on Gomez, and there's nothing that the referee could do but reveal the red card to him, and maybe it's gutting for him, but it's such a bad challenge. On the replay it looks better than it was. He does actually win the ball on the replay, but you can't go through the back of your man like that. In fast motion, I honestly thought it was the end of Gomez, because it was such a rough challenge. But he did get the ball from that thing, but it does kind of go through him, and Sigurdsson explaining you can't do that, man, and he does go off. But Kolarov picks up the ball and Boney's down. I don't know where my defence has gone. They've just disappeared. And Boney hits it Fabianski. Fabianski does well to save. And Pozo, the three players today, I think it was Yaya Toure playing in cam, Richard Wright in net, and now Pozo. And all of them that I questioned at the start of the game really, really have just... they've ended me. In the I think it's in the 80th minute as well. It's so late. They didn't play well, Manchester City, I'm going to be honest. They had one or two chances that were bluffed, but we didn't play well either. I don't think we had a shot, but it's so annoying to concede, especially against 10 men Manchester City. Yes, at the Etihad, yes, everywhere else, but Pozo as well. How dare he score against us? I tell you now, it's annoying for him to score against us, but as you see there as well, that's why my defence was kind of rotten, because Rangel was injured and highly annoying, and that's how the game finishes. And Wright keeps us out. David Silva now with the captain's armband, it just keeps changing. I don't know where it is now, but Williams and everyone's annoyed, and then Angel Rangel gets injured and he's out for 4 weeks. And we do have a scouting report, but no one's in there really interesting to look at. So we do go into the next game, our final game against Crystal Palace, and this should be easy. We have played Arsenal, Manchester City, so this should be an easy game. It should be one that we could easily win. Of course, you look at that table, we're both in the mid-table. I'm just in the top half, Crystal Palace at the bottom, and 2 points separate us. We're actually level on points with Liverpool, which is quite a surprise as well. But as you see there again, Carl Bartley and Matt come in. I think Matt was always playing, but Carl Bartley comes in instead of Williams, who's playing really poor. And you'll see that Bartley doesn't do much better, really. He's not a player I like at all in this squad. I'm very, very bare at the back for defenders, but as you see here, pretty much standard Crystal Palace side, square, I think that is there, but it's got an O instead of a Q. I don't know what's going on anymore, I'm confused. But yeah, it's pretty much a standard Crystal Palace squad, and you see here, I don't know who's on the ball because there's nothing in the bottom of the screen. I think it's Balassi or Zaha, and Fabianski has to make a brilliant save from Balassi at the near post, and Sigurdsson picks up the ball here, passes it to Jack Cork, who can do things, and it's a very nice team movement. This Gomez gets the ball, passes it to eventually passes it to JONJO Shelvey with a little nice back heel to Montero. Montero shoots and he just gets clattered by two players. He gets absolutely clattered. They both did block the ball, so it isn't a penalty, but I thought it could have been. But it's a nice move, and it is of course how the half ends. But as you see, Crystal Palace are on the attack now with Balassi and Zaha going down them wings. It's a very dangerous and frightful attack, but Ledley picks up the ball, shoots, and just goes wide. And again, it's poor defending. We can't defend to save our lives. And Danny Dyer goes down this right hand side, I believe, and Gomez can't get on the ball, but JONJO Shelvey picks it up but gives it away, but then picks it up again after a mistake. Montero does well to pass to Gomez, and Sigurdsson just fires into the net, and that is a beautiful goal. You'll see on the replay, everyone took one touch. Shelvey to Montero, Montero to Gomez, Gomez to Sigurdsson into the back of the net. 1-0 Swansea City, and we played brilliantly. That was a brilliant team goal, if anything else. It was fantastic, and you'll see another goal in a minute that's also probably better than this, and maybe it's a massive spoiler to say that, but you will see a better goal than that scored in a minute, and if you looked at the title you'll know who it's coming from. But there is Gylfi Sigurdsson's first goal of the season there, and a nice goal, not a bad one to score. Gomez gets the assist, and it's a very nice goal. But as you see, Zaha again going down that right hand side, and he whips it in, and Balassi gets a head down, and then Fabianski with a beautiful save. Really is a nice save by Fabianski there. At his near post, Balassi could have levelled it up for Crystal Palace, but he doesn't. Fabianski then takes a goal kick. He gives it to Gomes. Gomes gives it to JONJO Shelvey from 40 yards out. Shelvey bangs it, and my word, when I scored that goal, I just couldn't believe what I had just seen, because JONJO Shelvey, from no less than 40 yards out, from a Gomes flick down, has absolutely buried that, and no wonder everyone goes to celebrate with him, because my word, Speroni doesn't look too happy. I don't know if Speroni could have done any better, to be honest. That's a bloody dynamite of a shot, and it's fantastic. You'll see here, Gomes heads it down, and I just think go for it, and JONJO Shelvey does have that in his locker. He's a very good long shot taker, but I didn't think he had that. It's bouncing up as well, and I think he even takes a little nick off the crossbar. That's how good the shot actually is, and from this replay you'll see it better if it does take a nick off the crossbar. But it is just so less, it just rises and dips so quickly, and it does take a little nick off the crossbar. There is nothing better than that goal right there. Absolutely nothing. JONJO Shelvey, take a bow, have my children, do it all. And as you see, that is how the game ends and finishes. And from the start of the episode, we got really annoyed because we weren't winning, we weren't picking up points, we weren't keeping clean sheets. We do finally get a clean sheet, and as well as that, we win it with a JONJO Shelvey screamer. What a guy, what a player. And that is how the episode finishes, that's how the game finishes. And I do want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.